Cardi or Nicki. I'm not. Can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh my God, y'all, this is my first YouTube video. What's up, y'all? Welcome to my YouTube channel. So I figured for the first video, I would just knock out a Q&A, answer a few questions. I asked y'all to send me questions on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, and baby, y'all sent me questions. All right, y'all sent me some questions. So I'm new to this. I don't know what I'm doing. So while you're here, just drop a comment, like, subscribe, do all that stuff y'all be doing on YouTube, and we'll just get started. We're just gonna get started. So first question. Oh.
Bombastic side eye.
Are you a top or a bottom?
Wow.
So do y'all do this to all the gays who start a YouTube channel? This is the first question y'all want to ask them. This is the first piece of information you want. What happened to...
Hello. How are you? My name is.
Is this who we are? There's no class. There's no decorum. What's that about? What I will say is I'm very open-minded. I have multiple skill levels, expertise. I bring a lot to the table. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Next question, what is your zodiac sign, sun, moon, and rising? My sun is Virgo. My moon is, what's my moon? Aquarius. And my rising is Capricorn. Next question, how did you know that being an influencer was for you? If future me went back to the past and told little Eric that he was gonna have 1 million followers on TikTok or have, thousands of followers on any other platform, I would have laughed in your face. I did not know that this is how far we was gonna take things. I didn't know that I was gonna have to deal with, getting online and having lies being made about you and hate comments and people getting in your face, bucking at you, thousands of people hating you, and you ain't never met them, have never hung out, have never said anything. I didn't sign up for this.
Hey y'all, I'm editing this video and I just wanted to step in and expand on some of the things I was saying in that last clip. I am very grateful for my platform, very grateful to the community that I've been able to build online. In that last clip, I was speaking to the struggles and hardships I've faced being so hypervisible, being Black, being queer, dealing with harassment, etc. I have always thought that it was my dream and purpose to make people laugh and inspire. And I've been able to do that online. I'm just now in a place after 3 years of making content where I'm stepping into that realization that this might be a thing for me.
Age and sexuality. I'm 23 and I'm gay. Who you dating right now?
Jesus. I need some love. Oh.
I'm dating somebody. I'm dating somebody who I love very much. I'm in a very happy relationship. And although it's one of the happiest things going on for me right now, I don't necessarily feel comfortable sharing that online because people are crazy. People are so nasty online. This is just the one thing I'm going to gatekeep. I'm gatekeeping it for the safety of my partner. I'm going to keep his identity and things of the sorts under wraps. Do you think your activism affects how your friends, lovers think of you in a negative manner? Woo! Listen, y'all. Well, first I want to preface by saying I've never called myself an activist. I've never labeled myself that. I think that it's something that carries weight. That title, that work, that community advocacy is something you have to earn your stripes for. And although I am in my community outside doing work, that is my life's purpose. That's my day-to-day. I just feel like there is more to be done in order to earn that title. That aside, I don't think people understand how hard it is being so hyper visible, Black, queer, outspoken, and passionate about the things that happen in your community. I could write an entire memoir about things that I've had to sacrifice, connections, things that I've missed out on as a result of what I've done on my platform. I don't regret any of it. It definitely has been hard, and it's definitely shaped my friendships, the people that I am around, the way people perceive me. It's definitely been quite a bit of a struggle having to navigate, you know, those relationships, but I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest, because I actually care about the things that I talk about. So we're gonna keep talking about. What do you do for work besides being an influencer? I'm an HIV tester in my community. I'm an HIV testing counselor, so essentially I just go out and do HIV rapid testing, and we do community like flu drives and a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of my day-to-day is like outreach work, so that's essentially what I do outside of posting videos online. Your favorite position? I've never really thought about this. Quarterback, maybe. I don't really watch football like that, but I know that's like everybody's favorite. Like, I think quarterback is like the top position that everybody be rooting for when it comes to, you know, baseball, football, and all of that. So that would be my favorite position, I guess. What's your ethnic background? I am Negro, Haitian specifically. I love my people. Sac passe, come on, yeah. That is where all of my family is from. I lived in Haiti for a year. Why'd you quit dance? What styles of dance did you do? When did you start? I did not quit dance. A lot of you guys don't know I am a dancer. I be taking hip hop classes. I went to liberal arts high school from 7th to 12th grade, and dance was my major. For all of those years, I was trained in modern and ballet, but my favorite style of dance is hip hop. I love to give the girls a boom, ka, 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 ka. But in regards to when I started, I've been dancing practically my whole life. My mother said when she was pregnant with me, all she could feel was me moonwalking in her stomach. Cardi or Nicki? Enough! I don't ever want to get this question again. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't blink. I can't do nothing without a Cardi Nicki. It's always something. It's always something with y'all. It's always. You could be talking about some real life stuff. It's some troll, some random gonna come up to you talking about some Cardi or Nicki. What is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you in public? The road story. Actually, I'm not telling y'all that. That's gonna be a separate story time. That might be my next video. I'll tell y'all the road story in my next video. But the next embarrassing thing that's happened to me in public, oh my god, this was back in high school. I had a friend group. Most of the girls were black, but we had this one Latina that we used to hang out with, so we was amongst mixed company. We was all broke. Whenever lunchtime came around, we would all go to this restaurant called Culver's. It was like right across from my high school. And Culver's, let me paint the picture for what kind of restaurant Culver's is and who goes there. Culver's is for the people who live alongside the swamps in Louisiana. Culver's is for the people who live in the boondocks. Culver's is for the people who probably don't brush their teeth twice a day. Culver's is for the people with white tongues. It's only a certain demographic of people who go there. You will seldom go to Culver's and see a black person be at Culver's. It's very southern, very boondockish, just very swamp. But Culver's was the closest restaurant to us at the time. And one of the reasons why we liked going to Culver's is Culver's did this thing where, like, if you made a purchase, usually on the receipt, they would give you a code or something you could scan to get a free custard, a free ice cream the next time you went back. Kind of like Chick-fil-A. Like, you know how Chick-fil-A gives you that free sandwich on certain receipts at the end? So if we didn't have any receipts, we could just go around the restaurant asking people like, hey, are you gonna use the free custard thing on your receipt? And they would just give it to us. But anyways, I have this box of chocolate chip Publix cookies in my bag, and I figured we could all snack on that because we was all broke. Like, y'all didn't have money to get nothing at Culver's. We was all sitting around the table kikiing. I pulled out the box of cookies and I laid it on the table, and at one point while we were having a conversation, this girl randomly was just like, oh my god, Eric, your breath stink. Mind you, me and this girl already had like a bit of tension. She was just the one person in the group, like we would all hang out, but everybody was on one accord that like me and her weren't like the closest. Like we just kept it cute with one another. We was always throwing slick shots at each other, always being, you know, passive aggressive. It was always something between us, but we never took it far. We just always kept it cute. And I didn't really like her in specific because I always felt like we was in some sort of competition for my best friend at the time. I don't know, I just always felt like she was a little bit jealous of like me and my best friend's relationship at the time. Like, I don't know, it was just a weird dynamic. And sis was always saying the N-word. It was this, that, this, that, this, it was just too much. You're not black, so why are you saying the N-word? You're Puerto Rican, why are you saying the N-word? you're Puerto Rican. You're Puerto Rican. You Puerto Rican. Why you saying that word? What's that? You're a Boricua. Why you saying the N-word? So like I said, out of nowhere, Eric, your breath stinks. And I looked at her and I was like, girl, what? I could tell like it was a little bit playful. So after she said that, I was like, oh, you want a tussle? I could buy it back. I don't mind it. You want to play? I can play. We can play. So I picked up the box off the middle of the table and I motioned as though I was gonna throw it to her. In the process of me lifting the box and then bucking at her, there were some crumbs, some cookie crumbs that fell across the table. To this day, I'm sure she would argue some cookie crumbs fell on her lap, but I never saw them. It was an entire box of cookies. So no cookie pieces went flying nowhere. Nothing made it on her lap. It wasn't that serious. It wasn't that big of a deal. And when I saw the crumbs fall on the table, I just wiped it off and I placed the box back on the table. Y'all, I kid you not. This girl picks up the entire box of chocolate chip cookies and throws it at my face. The box opens. It's cookie pieces everywhere. It's old white people, geriatrics, sitting at the table looking around like, who are these hooligans? All of my friends at the time sitting at the table just looking, just watching. She's on the other side of the table running her mouth, laughing, thinking it's a joke. One of my other friends, I'm gonna call her Tiara, she's there just laughing, dying, just I'm trying to do the math in my head, trying to figure out what's funny. My best friend at the time, she's just sitting there like gagged. She don't know what to do. She didn't really say anything. She just sat on her side of the table. I was the one black gay boy in this friend group of girls. Nobody said anything in my defense. Nobody stood up and like caught her out of her bullshit. Nobody got her together. We're in the middle of a restaurant. Where's the decorum? In the middle of a white-owned restaurant and you throwing chocolate chip cookies at a black boy. What is wrong with you? Where's the civility? At this point, I'm sitting there with cookie crumbs all over me. If I were to do something, I would be the villain. So I got up from the table, brushed myself off, walked to the bathroom. It was cookie crumbs in my underwear, cookie crumbs in my shoes, cookie crumbs in my booty hole, cookie crumbs, just cookie crumbs everywhere. Cookie crumbs everywhere. And I was so angry. I felt so disrespected because one, y'all didn't have money. I'm not somebody who wastes food. We didn't have money. I brought these cookies so we could all eat, so we could all share. And you just wasted the entire box. These ain't no regular cookies either. These were Publix cookies. It's pissing me off again because these wasn't no regular cookies. These wasn't no regular Walmart cookies. These were Publix chocolate chip cookies and you done wasted it. It's all over the floor. How dare you? How dare you? These wasn't no regular cookies. These was Publix chocolate chip cookies and you wasted them. You wasted them. But yeah, I felt disrespected. I felt like that whole entire interaction was just anti-black. Like we always kiki like this with each other. Why are you picking up boxes of cookies and throwing them at my face? And she threw them hard. It wasn't just no little, no, sis cranked her arm all the way back and threw that box of cookies at my face with the intent to harm. So anyways, child, I walk out the bathroom and I go back to the table. And at the time I had a job, I was working at Ben & Jerry's. And my friend Tiara would be the one to take me sometimes to work. Just a few times. And I couldn't even look at anybody at the table because I was just so disappointed. And I felt like the fact that nobody spoke up in defense of me, like I just felt weird being there. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to work early. So I asked her, I had left my stuff in the car. I had left my bags and stuff in the car. I asked her for her keys so I could get my belongings and walk my behind to work because I'm not staying here. I'm not gonna stay here and be disrespected. I asked her, I was like, can I have your keys so I can go get my stuff at the car? And she's like, oh, why you saying that with a little attitude? You need to calm down. After I've just been embarrassed in public, after all that caca just happened, it's now you want to pick a fight and get smart with me. Obviously, can't you tell I'm not in the mood? You can't tell I don't want to be here. You can't tell I'm just trying to remove myself from a situation that I know would be escalated if I stayed here any longer. I was so sick of her bullshit, child. I told her, girl, just give me the keys. Just give me the keys so I can get myself out of the car and I can leave. She ended up giving me the keys and I took my black behind in the rain to work and I worked my entire shift. Mind you, this happened right before Thanksgiving break. So right after this happened, none of the girls, nobody in that group heard from me for the entire entirety of Thanksgiving break. We came back from Thanksgiving break. I was still not talking to nobody. Anyway, try to keep the story short. That girl ended up apologizing to me, and my other friend, Tiara, at the time, ended up accosting me during one of our class periods, essentially trying to guilt me for not texting, not reaching out, ignoring her during the entire Thanksgiving break, and then proceeded to later on tell me, had we not had that conversation and patched everything up, she would have outed me to my brother because I wasn't out at the time. And that's when I knew that one was a viper, venomous snake. But I'm gonna eventually give like a longer story time about that, because child, it was some crazy stuff that happened to me in high school, girl. How do you overcome people pleasing? Overcome.
2 hours later.
Okay, no, but seriously, I honestly think it's a matter of coming to the realization that people pleasing is not sustainable. I had to take inventory of who in my circle was overextending themselves to the degree that I was for everybody else. I also think it's a thing of like, girl, where's the self-respect? You have to learn to say no. And if I'm being quite honest with myself right now, I feel like in my journey to unlearning people pleasing, I'm finding out that my people pleasing is a symptom of an underlying insecurity, either because I feel like I don't measure up, or I've let people down and I feel like I'm having to constantly make up for my mistakes, or trying to prove myself, prove that I'm worthy, prove that I'm dependable, prove that somebody can trust me. And there were definitely situations in my childhood that prompted this sort of attitude, to where I'm at a place now at my big old age of 23. I'm now in the headspace to be like, okay, girl, like, you need to give yourself some grace. Mistakes aren't forever. You cannot carry the world on your shoulders, and it's okay to take that and accept that for what it is. And another thing that's kind of helped me do the work to unlearn, people pleasing, is having people around you who recognize that pattern, who recognize those behaviors in you, and they shut it down. Having friends who assist in enforcing boundaries that you're trying to set for yourself, best thing ever. One of my childhood best friends, Ariel, she's always on my neck. She's one of the few people in my life who's done a really good job of like acknowledging those patterns and just my behavior and my conversations with her. And she's always there to reassure me and be like, listen, you need to like man up. She's never allowed me to be a yes man. She's never allowed me to take disrespect. She's always advocated on my behalf. Like, that girl has always showed up for me. And I think having a friend like that, those are the people you should keep around you. But yeah, I think that's it for this Q&A. This was cute. This is so cute. This is such a key. Again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I love you guys, and I will see you later. Duh.